Thank you for tuning in to Crokinole Center. We have an exciting semifinal matchup here at the first ever Elmira Winter Crokinole Classic. You got two very successful combatants here in Connor Ryman and Justin Slater. You see the Tracy Boards emblem in the back behind the players' names here because Tracy Boards was the official sponsor of this great tournament that took place in Elmira. Connor Ryman taking the opportunity to make sure he resets and gets off to a good start, draining his first open 20. I'm guessing that's something I'll be saying quite a bit in this matchup, as these two are probably two of the best 20 shooters in the game right now. Will not be surprised to see this trend continue as Connor drops his third 20 in a row. Justin, first to miss, leaves a bit of a backboard for Ryman, which he quickly takes advantage of. And then Slater right back on track, draining that open 20. Connor misses, but he missed on as we say, the right side of the hole. And you'll see in some situations a player might decide to go for a touch 20, but when you're sitting across from someone with as good a 20 success rate as someone like Connor Ryman, you're definitely going to want the off, which Slater went for and he missed, but it was still absolutely the right strategy. Now they're getting into that chess match where Slater needs to work things back into the middle, being down in the 20 count, and Ryman trying to keep it away. If Slater can secure this follow through 20, it'll be pretty good situation for him because Connor doesn't have a lot to work with that black disc out in the 5. Unable to get that. And Connor very wisely takes the 5 because now Slater really doesn't have a lot to work with. He'd have to work that, he'd have to get that off and work his shooter back up into the 10 in order to tie this round. Nearly impossible shot, which he tried, but no, he came up short, so the lead goes to Ryman, 2 points to 0. It's an interesting format for this tournament. It's something similar to what happens at the World Crokinole Championships, where the afternoon A pool saw 2 pools of 8 combatants, and it is the top 2 players out of each of those pools of 8 that face off. So we had the first place player out of one pool play the second place player out of the other pool, and vice versa. Slater first to shoot this time, drains that open 20. Ryman levels the field. And they're up to their 20 shooting shenanigans again. One of the other great things about this tournament is, and something we're seeing more and more often, is there's combatants from all over traveled in to compete, playing the greatest game on earth. If you look in the background behind Justin Slater there, you'll see Jason Malloy and Aaron Lewis, who traveled probably about 6.5 hours to attend this tournament. Watching on, see how the pros do it as these two continue to drain 20 after 20 after 20. 7 each at this point. Some well-deserved applause from the crowd, who truly appreciates just how tough that is to drain 8 20s in a row. And I always say, you know what, draining a 20 is easy, but draining a 20 when you have to get it, that's not so easy anymore. And especially the final couple of shots in that round, both players knowing that if they missed, they essentially lose that round. So I don't know how rare that is, but it certainly is not. There's only 2 or 3 that I've known of in my Crokinole career of seeing both players shoot a perfect round. So congrats to those two. Slater is a little long with his open 20. Ryman with good board control. He left it back in a position that does not give Slater much to work with. Slater again pulling the pull and play back toward the middle. And both of these players are fantastic at board control. Again, Slater not having a lot of options there. We'll see what Ryman does. I'm wondering if he'll peel in order to, he does. And that forces play back onto his side of the board. If he had just done a hit and stick, then that would have given Slater an opportunity to roll in. And Connor with absolute confidence in his 20s, as he should. So we're back to the 20s race again. With that one, Connor secures another 2 points, taking a 5-1 lead in this race to 9. In that replay, Connor showing that he is not just good at the open 20s, he's absolutely fantastic with his angles as well. Unfazed, Slater gets right back to business, draining his open 20s. If you're enjoying this content and all the other semifinal, finals matchups that go up on the Crokinole Center, please do all those YouTube things, like, share, subscribe, post it to a group if you've got a Facebook group or anything like that with anyone who would appreciate great Crokinole content. Make sure you're helping spread the word about the greatest game on earth. Connor first to miss this time, leaves a bit of a heavy hanger. Slater makes short work of that, taking a commanding 6-4 lead in the 20s. Connor came up short twice in a row, not what you normally see out of him, but back on track, but a little too late. And not the applause this time, but that is the second perfect round for Slater in this match, scoring all 8 20s again. I tell you, it's a lot more fun to watch when you're the commentator than it is when you're his opponent. Coming up short there, and yeah, Slater makes short work of that again. The right side of the hole, we'll see. Oh, Slater going for the follow through, came up a little bit short and left Ryman a nice backboard there, which he takes advantage of. Gets things back to a 1-1 tie on those 20s. Slater long again. That may sound like I'm judging when I say long again. It's just I'm not. Both of these guys, like I say, fantastic 20 shooters. Are just a little surprised to see Slater a little bit off his top form. Nice spot. This may be tough for Ryman to get the takeout and the 20. I take that back. It was tough, and he did it anyway. At least the nice thing about going long is that at least you're not giving your opponent a backboard. So that is the right side of the hole to miss on, but misses are still a little bit frustrating. Slater just trying to work things back toward the center hole so he's hoping for an opportunity, which Ryman does not want to provide. And Slater has hammer, but he's down a 20, so he needs to either get a 20 out of this one or set up a situation for to get the 20 on his next shot. And I don't feel like he did either one, because Ryman's probably going to be able to pull this back off the peg. Didn't pull it back, but he did leave it in a pretty tough spot. Opportunity there, but it was slim, and Slater unable to convert. So Ryman now up 7-3. Slater first act, has his back to the wall. He needs this round or at least a tie in order to continue this match. Ryman misses long. Let's see. Yes, Slater pulls play back. Oh, Ryman almost made something happen out of that. Didn't get the 20 he wanted, but he did leave it in a nice spot that's going to be awfully tough for Slater to work with. Oh, so close to draining that touch 20. I don't think Ryman had any intention of getting the off, but that 20 certainly would have been his friend. I'm sure the players are disappointed to be off their 20s game, but as a commentator, as a fan, definitely enjoying a little bit more of a chess match that we see taking place here, because it's an interesting situation set up on the board. So many options, and you can tell these two are veterans because they're both taking their time, weighing out their options, deciding what is their best approach. Slater in pretty good shape here with 2 on, and one of those 2 is posted. And let's see what... Good shot by Ryman. I expect he was really hoping to keep his shooter on. For him to have 2 on, it would have been in a much better situation. Again, interesting. I'm guessing Ryman was going for a touch 20 there again, and just a little bit off. Setting up another just weird, odd situation for Slater to try to decipher what is his best approach. At first glance, I thought it was set up for him to be able to, yeah, maybe from that angle. Yeah, so touchy. Not able to convert that. So Slater being up 120, Ryman is doing the math, looking to make sure that he has more than 20 points left on the board when this is done. Decides his best option is just to take the 10 and let Slater deal with that mess that's in the middle. Because yeah, sometimes asking for trouble. I expect Ryman chose not to go in fear of setting Slater up for a double takeout or a 20. Yeah, maybe both. But by staying on the outside, you can see where those two natural buttons are. There's a post in between them. He's got good separation. Like Ryman's 3 buttons are nicely spread across the board, whereas if he had gone to the middle, he absolutely could have created an opportunity for Slater to do a double takeout, like I say, maybe a double takeout 20. I don't think Slater was going for the follow through there. He didn't look like he hit that hard enough. He's just looking to, hoping that the 20 in his cup is going to be enough to... Ryman does get the double takeout, but his shooter rolled out into the 10, meaning this round is a tie, moving it to 8-4. Slater just saying he was hoping to move on his last shot. He was hoping to move his shooter a little further away to not create the opportunity for the double takeout. Right back to business. Ryman drops that open 20. Slater definitely with his back to the wall at this point, because even a tie in this round would end the match. And oh, lots of action in there, just not quite the result Slater was looking for. Ryman, I was wondering if he was going to go for the follow through 20, but it looked like he was just trying to get the takeout and roll away. He got the roll away. He didn't get the takeout he was looking for, though. Oh, not sure what Slater was going for there. But yeah, that definitely wasn't that, because he took out his own. Ryman now up 220s, and I suspect he's going to be able to pull this back on his side of the board, forcing Slater to peel. And yeah, Slater is in deep at this point. That seals the match, because even if Slater sinks all 3 20s and Ryman missed, it would still be a tie. That seals it right there. Yeah, Slater said it. That's it. You got it. These last couple shots, just a formality. Ryman showing off there a little bit with that follow through 20. A good sportsmanship fist pump to end that off. And yeah, great battle between 2 great shooters. Hope you enjoyed. Again, like, share, subscribe. Keep coming back for the finals will be coming up, as well as the 3rd place match. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day.